Hi, Sandra. Oh, hello, cutie. Hi, Max. Lovely to meet you. Is he doing yoga with us today? Amazing. Oh, cutie. Okay, how are you today, Sandra? Well done. Well, you're in the right place to let go of the experiences of the day. No, if they were particular, if they're stressful. Okay, so you'll need a strap for today. Again, if you have the block. Pardon? Yes, just you. That's right. Well, there's another lady who booked on, but she can't do it with us, so I just sent her a link of the practice so she can do it in her own time. Okay, excellent. So once you're there, we're going to start lying down today. Surprise. So not just lying down, but in Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the feet together and drop your legs out. So you've created a diamond shape with your legs. So feet together and then open them up. So when you're there, close your eyes and begin tuning in to your body. Just noticing your energy levels and your body's energy levels, which can be different. So if that's the case, don't resist it. Just let it be so. So notice as gravity is gently pulling your legs down, opening through the hips. So take note of how it's starting to feel around your pelvis, the top of your hips. Feel your breath flowing in and out of the body. Just for now, for the next hour, let go of anything and everything you've experienced today. Shift your attention onto yourself. So all that matters is how your breath is, how you're feeling, what your sensations you're experiencing in your physical body. However subtle, relax a little bit more. So feeling your weight dropping in to the mat, feeling supported by the earth, knowing it's safe. You just let go and give yourself the time, and you create the space for yourself to heal, just to be. Now bring one hand on your belly, the other one on your heart, and feel your breath in the front of your body. So notice that your breath is like a wave, reaching its peak and then gently breaking at the shore. begin to deepen your breath, so feel it in your belly, followed by the middle of your chest and into your collarbones. So be greedy with the inhalations. Control the exhalations so that they're soft, they're long. And now you want to move the hand from your belly to the side of your ribs, so just that you feel your ribcage widening as you breathe in. So we're adding a dimension to this breathing exercise. So breathe into your belly, the side of your ribs, and all the way up to the collarbones, gently feeling the back of your lungs pressing into the mat. Then release. With each inhalation, imagine that you're blowing up your lungs like a balloon. So it's expanding and reaching out in all directions. And now you can relax your arms down or keep the palms on top of your hips just to deepen slightly that connection with your inner body. And now breathe in a bit more and a tiny bit more, and hold it. Hold it. Just a little bit more. And exhale. Exhale a bit more. Push the breath out a bit more. And hold. Hold. Inhale. Inhale a bit more. So your lungs are full of air. And hold. Exhale. Softly. Elongate your breath. Use the diaphragm to push all of the air out of yourself. And hold. One more round. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And hold. Release your breath. Inhale and exhale naturally. And notice any subtle shifts throughout your body and your mind. And then very gently bring the legs back up, so join the knees together and hold it here. So notice how it feels in your inner thighs, in your hips. Bring the legs as wide as your mat. So just feet are on the outer edges of your mat. You can extend the arms out or into a T or into cactus shape, and then drop the legs to one side. So one of the legs is in an internal rotation. That's the one that's lifted off the mat, and the one that's closer to the mat is in the external rotation. So notice how that feels. See if you can bring the leg that's slightly lifted off the mat a little bit closer. Just no force, no strain. Just explore how it feels, where you feel engagement in your hips. And then inhale, bring the legs back up, and then drop them the other way. Pause to observe what's going on in your hips on this side. And see if you can soften your effort a little bit. So just allow the body to open up when and how it's ready to. And then inhale back to the center. Exhale, drop the legs the other way. Moving dynamically. Inhale up. Exhale, go the other way. So work with your breath. So move your legs like windscreen wipers. And tune into the inner space of your hips. Gently begin to squeeze your belly to establish foundation and strengthen your core. And once you've done it equally on both sides, bring the legs up. And this time bring the feet together and walk them slightly in towards your buttocks. Place the feet down and then drop both legs to the left. And this time your left arm is in line with your shoulder, so it's at the same height, and you bring the right hand on top of your left, so you're actually lying on the left side. Okay, so from here, brace your core, so gently draw your navel closer to the spine, and as you inhale, you bring the right arm over yourself to the other side, or as far as it goes, to open through the shoulder and the chest. Then exhale, come back. So twice more. Inhale, open up. Exhale, return. One more time. Inhale, reach out. And exhale, come back. So let's do it on the other side. So roll over onto the other side or switch. However you feel best. So you're lying on the right side. Your left hand is on top of right. And then inhale, transfer the arm over. Bring as far down as you can. Exhale, come back. Then twice more. Feel what's going on in your spine, in your shoulders. And then come back to the center. So come on up and transition onto all fours. So fingers spread wide. Re-establish that foundation, that connection with the earth. So push down through the fingertips, the knuckles, the heel of the hands. Fingers are spread super wide, and also press down through the knees, the shins, and the tops of the feet. So gently brace your core, and as you inhale, drag your chest forward. Hook the shoulder blades against the back of your ribs. And as you exhale, round your back. Inhale to come forward. Keep that connection with the ground. Exhale, round. Then inhale up. And stay for an exhale. So stay in this position, breathe. And tone your abdominal wall. Press the ground away. Gently lift the chin up. And squeeze the muscles in your back. Lift your tailbone a bit higher. Press the mat away. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, transition over into cat. And we're going to stay here. So really arch your back as much as you can. Like a cat. Spread your shoulder blades apart. Squeeze your belly. Press down through all your body parts that come in contact with the mat. And feel the strength in your body. And one more fluid round. Inhale to shift forward. And exhale round your back. Bring the big toes together, knees as wide as your mat, and slide your hips back for wide-legged child's pose. Walk your hands towards the short edge of the mat, so you feel some pulling around your shoulder blades, and then drop your forehead down. See if you can bring your tailbone closer towards your feet. Wrap the triceps around so you spread the shoulder blades, so it's the same action as in downward facing dog. Quite subtle. And breathe. So like we did at the beginning of the practice, breathe into your belly, widen your ribs and open up the back of your heart. So feel the breath traveling to the space between the shoulder blades. Walk your fingertips just a little bit further away from you. And then as you inhale, transition over onto all fours. So knees as wide as your hips. And this is where they remain. So now we come into puppy pose or anahatasana. So we walk the hands out as far as you can and drop the forehead down. So one deep opening for the shoulders, for the chest. Gently squeeze your belly. Really surrender in this pose. So feel the muscles in your back. You are held by the mat. So having that deep trust in your heart and yourself that everything's okay. Deep breaths in. Slow breaths out. Just 2 more rounds of breath. And then gently transition onto your belly. Coming into Sphinx pose. So elbows are slightly in front of your shoulders. Fingers are spread wide. Roll the shoulders back and down. So to drag the chest forward. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. And push your elbows into the ground. So you see my chest lift up. Squeeze your belly and breathe into your chest. So notice the gentle upliftment of your torso, of your chest, and the grounding energy as you exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, let go. Then staying on your belly, extend your arms out wide into a T. And then we roll over onto your left side. So staying in one line, you can relax the side of your head down. And then if you want to, you can land your right foot behind you. So for support, but also it helps you to open up the shoulders slightly deeper. So notice what's going on. If you're happy there, you might even want to turn it up a notch. So you bend the other leg and place the foot down. Breathe deeply to communicate that all is good wherever you are. Find your edge. And then slowly roll back onto your belly. Extend the other arm out. So starting easy, moving mindfully always. Roll over onto the right side. And pause. Am I okay here? Or have I reached my limit? It's okay if so. And then bend your left leg maybe and place it down. And then use the left hand for support, either the whole hand or fingertips. And then maybe you want to bend the right leg and place it down. See what's going on. And then slowly re-straighten the right and left leg. Roll over onto your belly. Push yourself back up and slide over into child's pose. This time keep your arms by the sides of your body. Draw the navel in. Bring the hips closer to the feet. And as you inhale, come up. And we're gonna come into gate pose. So hips over the knees. Extend the right leg out. So we start with flexing the foot, push the hips forward, and just make sure that you keep that alignment. I'm not gonna wear black leggings next time. I don't think you can see that much. So right hip over the right knee, left leg extended, toes are tucked, and you push the hips forward. So we're not here, because that's what often happens. You want to have your hips in line with the leg that's extended. Okay, so I feel something here. It may be very different for you. So see what's going on. Then inhale your right arm up. Reach up for the ceiling. So reach as high as you can. And then slowly let the left arm slide down the left leg. So we're leaning towards the leg that's extended. That's it. Rotate the chest out. So as though you want to bring the sternum up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your core. Push your hips forward. You can look up for an extra balance challenge. But if you need more grounding, look down towards your left foot. See where you want to be and breathe. As you inhale, bring yourself back to the center. Land the right hand. Shift the weight so you can lift the left leg up. So again, keep the hips in line with the foot. Shift them forward. Left hand on the hip. Or if you want, you can extend it out. So push the right hand into the mat. Squeeze your core and lift the leg as high as you can. I know it's hard. I'm doing it with you. And breathe wherever you are. Just a little bit more. And then landly light. This time the foot is facing the same way as your face. Left hand on the hip, right arm up, the same, open up through the side of the body and gently glide. So toning your core, keeping your internal obliques engaged, and breathe. Can you reach a little bit further towards your left foot? So you're coming into a gate shape. And then inhale back to the center and slowly transition into mini half moon. So squeeze your core and feel that engagement with your hips, with the leg. Extend it out, open through the chest. All is good. Breathe. Get to know the sensations you're experiencing. Observe any thoughts. Just a little bit more. Lift the leg out, that's it. And then gently land. Find which version with the toes up or down you prefer. And find your version of the gate pose. See if you invite some gentle movement, if that helps you ease into the pose. Just very mindful and tiny bounces. Should you feel like moving. If you want to remain still, it's fine too. And one more time. Transition over. Lift the left leg up. You know what's coming. Outward back bend. Push the hips forward. Bend the leg and grab hold of the top of the foot. Or you can grab a strap. We've got time if you want to do that. You've got it. So if you rotate the left shoulder out, that helps you with the reach. That's it. Push the leg into the hand. Just a little bit more. And release. Come down onto your knees. Well done. Give yourself a moment to feel your body. If you notice any imbalances, you can slide your hips from side to side. If it doesn't aggravate your knees, so it's really good to mobilize the knees. But obviously, if it hurts, then don't do that, because that's the tricky part. That, for example, any sitting like this is good for the knee joint because it stretches it and opens it. But in order to do that, you must feel no pain when you come into it. And quite often, knees need stretching, but any kind of closing of the knee joint can aggravate any pain or any discomfort. So always listen to your knees. All right, coming to the other side. Enough talking. So check how your hips are and extend your right leg out. So push the hips forward, hips in line with the foot. Check that the left hip is over the knee. And tune into the hips, what's going on in this area. Then inhale your left arm up. Reach up for the ceiling, can even look up. And then as you exhale, slide the right hand down the leg. So keep pushing the hips forward. Rotate the chest out. Squeeze your belly. And breathe. Then inhale back to the center. And we go the other way. So land your left hand. Extend the leg. Push the hips forward. It will make it harder, but you will mobilize the hip joint even more. Extend the arm and keep it on the hip. And reach in all the directions. All is good. And then gently land. This time toes are facing forward. Push the hips, arm up, and then slide down. So we're coming into a deep side stretch. See where your gaze wants to stay. So look up for inspiration. But if your neck ever gets tired being held in a particular position, then just change it. Then perhaps you want to introduce some very gentle movement. I see you have a fan on today. It's a good choice. And then inhale back to the center. And we transition into mini half moon. Stay with your breath. Feel the body. Be soft and kind to yourself. And then gently land. Find the position of the foot that works for you. And one more time we slide. Keeping the connection and the foundation of the core that holds it all together. And then we transition one more time into Ardha Chandrasana on the knee. Bend the right leg and push the hips forward. Rotate the shoulder out. So here to be closer to the foot. See if you can grab it. Maybe with a strap, or maybe not today. Keep rotating the shoulder out to open through the chest, so we're coming to a back bend. Just a little bit more. And then let go of the foot. Calm down onto your knees. And pause here for a moment. Close your eyes. Bring the left hand on the chest, then the right hand on top of it, and breathe into it. Tune into the energetic space around your heart. Noticing how the back bending we've done so far has made you feel. Just checking in with yourself. Noticing any thoughts. Just allowing body to gently settle for a moment. And open your eyes. And come down onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under and push back into downward dog. So follow your usual protocol. Feeling the back of the hips, the legs. Inviting any movement that feels appropriate. Because if you're experiencing tightness in the body, sometimes accessing it isn't the nicest thing, but it's definitely appropriate. Then settle into stillness once you're there. I'm going to stay here for 3 breaths. So breathe into the side of your ribs, the back of your heart. And softly exhale. Keep rolling your triceps in to spread the shoulder blades apart. One more round of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Root your left foot down. Inhale your right leg up. 3-legged dog. Bend your leg and roll the hip out to open it. Push equally through the hands and lift the right knee up. Then bring the right foot down, switching side. So inhale your left leg up. And then bend the leg, roll the hip out, push evenly through the knees, the hands even, lift the knee up. Then bring yourself back into downward dog. Drop your knees down and briefly come down into child's pose, arms beside you. Drop your forehead down and relax into the pose. Gather a little strength. Connect with your breath. And then extend your arms out. Inhale, come up into tabletop. Exhale, push back into down dog. Now walk your feet towards your hands. Move slowly, pushing your weight into the hands. And then come into a forward fold. So bend your legs generously so you can wrap your arms behind your knees. So wherever you can, join your hands. Perhaps you can grab the opposite elbow. And then tuck your chin towards your chest. So feel the roundness in your back. Feel the strength in your legs. So even though it's an easier fold, your legs are firing up. Draw your belly in. And then relax your hands and allow them to hang. Or you can stay on the fingertips if you need extra support here. And begin to shift the weight onto the balls of your feet, very gently strengthening and stretching the back of the legs. So the weight is in the front of your feet, and you begin to straighten and rebend the legs. So very small and mindful movement, feeling how your body is responding to that. So we don't want to put any strain. Just allowing the body to acquaint to a shape, to a position. And then come into a comfortable forward fold. Allow your arms to hang. And then slide your hips from side to side so you can bend one leg whilst the other one remains straight, so you can draw half circles with your hands. Just noticing how that feels in the hips, in the shoulders. Allowing your shoulders and your head just to hang. Come back to the center. Gently shake your head. Yes, yes. No, no. Making sure it's all loose. And then bend your legs a lot. And one vertebra at a time, begin to bring yourself up into standing. So move slowly. Visualize how you're stacking the vertebra. Your head comes up last. And once you're there, roll the shoulders up and back, squeezing the shoulder blades twice more. Breathe deeply. Use your Ujjayi breath. And then we go the other way. So roll the shoulders up and forward. Feel your shoulder blades doing the work. Excellent. Find your Tadasana feet together. Roll the shoulders back and down. Press down through the legs, gently firm your core and lift up through the crown of the head. So we've got opposing energies, one that's grounding from your hips down and one that's lifting up. Feel your breath. With the next inhalation, sweep your arms up and up, opening through the chest, reaching up for the sky. Exhale through prayer, hinging at the hips, come into a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips down or hands on shins. Deep, compress your spine. Exhale, fold. This time with a strong belly and legs. Inhale all the way up to extended mountain pose. Exhale, arms down, Tadasana. Inhale, rise. Through Anjali, exhale, fold. Tuck your chin. Inhale, into half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, extended. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And this time, plant your hands, exhale into downward facing dog. Roll the triceps in. Lift the tailbone up and your sits bones. Rooting down through the left leg. Inhale your right leg up. Reach a bit higher. Square your hips to the mat. Brace your core. And then bend your right leg. Open up to the hips. So reach your right knee up. Press evenly through the hands. Inhale, re-extend. And exhale, step your foot between the hands or help yourself if it needs a little bit of help. So then drop your left heel down and inhale, rise up for warrior one. So you want to fairly square the hips. They're not going to go all the way, probably about the 60-degree angle here, 45. Square your chest forward and inhale your arms up. So roll the elbows in, reach up, bend the front leg, push down through the outer edge of the left foot and corset your ribs in. Then bring the hands together and bend your hands so the thumbs rest on the back of your neck or your upper back. Reach the arms a bit higher, but see if you can corset your ribs. And breathe. And inhale your arms up. And then exhale. Change the position of the back foot so the front heel meets the arch of the back foot. Warrior two alignment. Hips are facing the long edge of the mat, but the knee is tracking towards the pinky toe side of the foot. Extend your arms. That's it. Set your drishti through the index and middle fingers. Brace your core. And tap into your inner warrior. So feel your hips. Push them forward. So towards the long edge of the mat. Reach your arms further away from you. Then bring your right hand behind you so you can place it on the side of your left hip, or you can just keep it behind you in the lower back. And then bring the left arm to join it, so as though you could grab the other hip or the right elbow. So this is just, we try to hold the elbows. And a weird version of reverse warrior without hands. Just use your upper body to lean to the leg that's straight, so away from you. Keep reaching through the crown of the head. And then inhale, straighten the front leg. Extend your arms. Begin to tip yourself forward as though you're reaching for something. And when you can't go any further, come down. So right hand lands wherever it wants. See if you can grab hold of the big toe. Push through the hips. Reach the left arm up. So see if we can keep it in line with the shoulder. So bring it closer towards your head. That's it. Reach the fingertips up. And then inhale, come back briefly through Warrior 2. And then windmill your hands down, step back into plank. Fingers spread wide, brace your core, squeeze the legs together. And then exhale, find your version of Chaturanga. Inhale into Cobra or Up Dog. Roll the shoulders down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, roll over into Down Dog. Inhale your left leg up, three-legged dog. And then open through the hip. Notice what you can feel on this side. Then inhale back to three-legged dog. Lift the left leg just a little bit higher up, hips are square. And step the left foot between the hands. So I'll do on this side so you can see. Drop the right heel down. So this time heels are in line. Legs are strong. Push the ground away as you inhale. Rise up. Okay. So front leg is bent. Back leg is straight. Roll the elbows in and reach your arms up. See if you can square your hips a little bit more. So you feel that front of the hip. Bend your arms, place the thumbs on the back of your neck. Corset your ribs in. Front leg is straight. And breathe. And inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, Warrior 2. So the heel meets the arch of the back foot. Front leg is bent. The knee is over the ankle. Drop your shoulders down. That's it. Squeeze your core. Look through the index and middle fingers of the left hand. So re-establish focus and determination. So this time bring the left hand behind you, or the right hand behind you on top of the left hip, and the left hand behind you. You can clasp the elbows. Just grab your arms wherever it feels okay. And then from here, extend your warrior to the straight leg. So reverse warrior. So you go the other side, Sandra. That's it. So you want to find like a side bend without using your arms. So just feel what's going on in your spine. So if you've got the right leg bent, you want to go the other way. So we want to lean towards the leg that's straight. That's it. And then inhale, bring yourself back to the center, straighten the front leg, extend your arms out. Then look towards the left foot, lean that way, keep reaching your hand, and then bring the left hand down. So we still have like Warrior 2 alignment in the legs, in the hips. And then when you're ready, squeeze your belly and extend the right arm up towards the ceiling. Keep pushing down through the feet, and as though you could squeeze the legs together. So that helps to activate the muscles in the inner thighs that help you balance. And then one more time, inhale briefly into warrior two. And exhale, windmill the hands down, frame the foot, step back into plank. Bring the elbows where the hands were, so coming into dolphin plank. Push the mat away, squeeze your legs, squeeze your belly. All is good, just breathe. And then come down into Sphinx pose. Open through the chest. Feel the expansion and freedom you're creating in your chest. Then come down, hands by your low ribs. Inhale up into cobra or up dog. Exhale into down dog. So one more time. Inhale your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. This time drop the back heel down. Okay? And keep the right hand or fingertips where it is. So remember the leg lifts we did at the beginning of the practice. That helps you lift the back leg. So shift the weight onto your right leg so you can come into straightening the front leg, lifting the back leg up into Ardha Chandrasana. So you're doing a different version now. You're doing a revolved one, which is harder. So you want to stay, so if right leg is bent, right hand is down, and then you lift the left leg up, and then open through the chest. That's it. So now lift your left leg up. That's it. And see if you can slowly lift the left arm up. That's it. Move slowly. That's the key. So you can even stay with a block if that helps. And just be here. So you don't have to lift the leg much, but that you find that external rotation we practiced at the beginning of the class. And if you use a block, then it helps to bring the floor closer to you. I find it distracting, but that's probably because I'm used to not having it, if that makes sense. If you struggle getting into that pose, see perhaps if you can just work with having both legs down and just so rotating the hip out. So instead of just bringing the leg back, you draw like a half circle with it. You will feel it in your glutes. It will help you do that. So bring the leg down, and it's like you're opening a book. That's it. And one day, you come into the pose. So it's about the journey. So then gently land the back foot. Bring the hands down. Step back into down dog. Get ready for the other side. So inhale your left leg up. And exhale, step the foot between the hands. Okay. So here, drop the back heel down. So that reminds you to keep the hip open. So we're not here, but we're here with the heel down. And then shift the weight onto the standing leg, so the left leg. Keep the fingertips down. And slowly begin to straighten the front leg. You can keep the left leg down. Or try to lift it up. Squeeze your core. Extend the right arm. And reach in all directions. Okay. So Sandra, so see perhaps Like when we were trying this from here, so it's a slightly different position of the legs because you wouldn't have the back of the left leg down to support you, but the action in the leg that's extended is the same. So the hip rotation is like out. So from here, it's here and then lift it. So it's like you closing the hips and then rotate it out. And then lift the leg. And then see if you can try it from here. So you would normally have the foot straight, so that makes it a bit more difficult, but it's the same action. That's it. And then you know what, like if you want to like grab something you can support yourself with, then extend the hip out to the side and then lift it. Extend the arm and you're there we go, you're there. Excellent. So then just see on the other side if you can do it. If I can grab something to help you. So the left leg is straight, but then you extend the hip out, so like a ballerina. Squeeze your core, that's it. Extend the leg, extend the arm. Squeeze it, hold it here. Beautiful, you can do it. And release. Okay, give your body a little shake. That's it. So extend your arms out. Squeeze your right wrist and then gently lean to the left. If you want to, you can bring the right leg behind you and sink low on the standing leg. Just open up through that side of the body. Lean forward, perhaps. Come back to the center. Switch the wrists. Lean to the right. And then if you want, you can add the leg. And notice where it feels best. Just having a little play. Come back to the center. And slowly, whichever way you like, transition down onto the mat. Bring the knees in. Roll from side to side. And begin to let go of the practice. Congratulate yourself for your effort, for your determination, and for that drive in your belly. Extend your arms and legs out for Shavasana. And take 5 really deep rounds of breath, savoring each and every moment of the inhalation and letting go of the breath. Invite some movement into the body and roll over onto one side. So slowly transitioning out. Come into a comfortable seat. And I have just asked to unmute you. That's it. So for a moment, close your eyes and bring the hands at your heart. Notice your physical body. Notice how you feel now compared to the beginning of the practice. And feel that fire within you, that force that keeps you going, that helps you stay motivated. Gently bow your head to thank your body, thank yourself for the time. Lift the head back up and we'll close the practice with one round of Om. And gently open your eyes. Thank you very much for your practice with me today. Namaste. Well done. How did you find it? The second time round? Yes, that's definitely one of the reasons, and perhaps you also need to focus on spreading your toes wide apart so you can press through all of the edges. So when you spread your toes wide, you've got more surface to like stand on, and then if you activate your quads, so to lift the kneecaps, then brace your core so that it's like a chain. So you need to stay strong like down here to then activate up through the leg and then have the core to keep it all in together strong. And the feet have to be together, is that right? No, you can have them. So I prefer to have them apart, but there are days where I have them hip distance apart. So that's as far as you'd go in a standard standing forward fold. So if you do the wide-legged, then obviously it's a different thing. But it's the same in Tadasana. You can have the keep the feet together or gently apart. So, but as a general rule of thumb, you wouldn't go outside of the hip width. Oh, yeah, no, that happens. And, you know, sometimes if you feel like this isn't a day for balancing and we're doing balancing anyway, then, you know, do what feels appropriate. So if you need to keep your feet wider, where you normally would keep them together, it's perfectly fine. That's how you adapt and modify the practice depending on what you need and what your body needs and how it's feeling. So it's well done for noticing these things because, you know, it's a step forward. Yeah. Amazing. Well done. So yeah, I'll try to include that more in the practices. But yeah, well done for your determination. So you should really do this practice or the one from Tuesday to incorporate that and to get your body moving because there's also muscle memory. So it's like anything. So yeah. So when I send you the link, you need to do your homework, yeah? That's right. 6 days a week. Practice and all is coming. Brilliant. Very, very welcome. So I hope you have a lovely evening and I will see you on Tuesday, right? Fantastic. Okay, take care, Sandra. Bye.